Crypto.com Crowcoin holders, we just saw the Kronos spot ETF filing. What is going to take Crowcoin higher? Because we saw quite a nice move to the upside. What's to come? How are we going to see Crowcoin make its way to 12 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents, and maybe even $1? We're going to be talking about that. So without further ado, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Let's hop into this video. All right, guys, we're going to start off here on Crypto Twitter. You can follow me at 333blacksea. I say, am I the one who can unite the Crowcoin holders? Kind of say this is a little bit of a joke, but you know, I've noticed through the years with the Kronos ecosystem that there's been a lot of conflict with each other. I think that's due to the ecosystem being smaller than say like Solana or even Ethereum. And I think that when there's a smaller knit community, it's easier to do some more PvP and actually see the PvP, you know, player versus player. And I just want to say that I think that if all of the Kronos community, all these projects came together and worked together, I think it would be a overall net positive more than what's going on now. You know, I see a lot of greed within the Kronos ecosystem with new memes getting pumped and dumped, really a lot of scams, seeing a lot of projects that kind of get built and go nowhere. And that could be for many things. That could be not only because there's not enough volume on the chain, but also could be just because people are looking for cash grabs. Now, I do believe that if the Crow fam and the Kronos community came together, we could see financial gain. I think that we could see the market make a move to the upside for Kronos. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just telling you guys my thoughts on these markets. And I do think that Crowcoin could use a lot of things. But I do think that Crowcoin will make a move to the upside. You see, Kronos ETFs. We saw a nice pump. Well, what's going to bring us higher? Let's talk about all this, right? So looking at Crowcoin right now. Oh, I closed out my tab on Crowcoin. Let's open up Crow really quick here. We got to go to my weekly chart here to see this. That's Pepe. Bear with me, guys. All right, here we go. So looking at Crowcoin right now, we are bouncing off of a very important price level. This is kind of exactly as I said was probably going to happen. This was a high likelihood of a little bit of a breakdown here to come down, maybe even test the 0.0999 cent level. And we came very close to it. And, you know, we could still come down and touch it. And I was saying, I think there's a high likelihood that we do come and break down here, test this level, and hopefully bounce off of it. And based on what's going on with the traditional market and what's going on with Bitcoin, I think we should be expecting a bounce here. You know, you do have a red dot on market cipher that usually indicates a sell signal at the top of the momentum wave. But that doesn't necessarily mean you need to see a large drawdown with this. You could see the momentum wave kind of spill over and cool off while the price just kind of trades sideways. So I do kind of think that that's the likely outcome here on the daily time frame. But guys, I do expect continuation to 12 cents into Q4 2025. I really do, especially because I know right now, guys, June, July. If you've been watching the Crypto Report, you know I've been saying this left, right, and center here. I've been saying that June, July, and even August, Q3 tend to be somewhat of a sluggish time frame for crypto. That being said, I do want to put out there, based on technicals on Bitcoin, based on the fundamentals of what's going on in the crypto space, I do think there's a world where at the end of June we see a significant move to the upside. But that will be the less probable outcome than the more probable outcome being sideways chop for the next month or so here, maybe 2 months into July and maybe even to August. But guys, regardless, we're going to be moving closer and closer into Q4 2025, September, October, November, December. And based on the 4-year cycle, we should be expecting continuation of the upside on Bitcoin, and we should be expecting continuation to the upside on Crowcoin, guys. But in the meantime, I'm looking for some longs. I opened up a long on Crowcoin right about here. Let's see if we're in profit right now. We're still, I just opened it up, a 20x long on Crowcoin. Nothing significant. It's like a $15 trade just because, you know, we could spill over. We could spill over below this level at 10 cents, but if we start to rally here, that's when I'll increase my position size to maybe a few $1,000s. But guys, if you do want to trade Crowcoin, you do want to trade these altcoins, because I do think that there will be some volatile price swings here in the coming months. Check out in the description box below or pinned comment down below. We have a $5,000 sign-in bonus to Blowfin. All you have to do is click that link, deposit Trailbit, you get a bunch of free money, and they always are running some awesome promotions, so take advantage of those guys. So Crowcoin right now is sitting at rank 34, up about 3.52% in the past 7 days, down about 2.5% in the past 24 hours, sitting at still above a $3 billion market cap. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, like the price is kind of just chopping sideways right now. 24-hour volume, very low, $24 million. You know, I've seen it much lower. I remember in the bear market when we were having some $2 million days, which was insane. But 25 million is still kind of low in my opinion. But I do think this will uptick after the summer into Q4. Guys, all eyes on Q4 for crypto in my opinion. Like that is the make or break moment. Either we're going to know if the top is in for the cycle or if we're getting ready to go to new all-time highs. So you look at the overall market right now, Bitcoin's trading at $106,000, sitting at 63.18% Bitcoin dominance. Excluding stablecoins, we're at 65%. We are coming down on Bitcoin dominance, which is nice. You should be expecting altcoins to get a little bit of a rally off of that, but nothing significant just yet. I do want to take a look at Bitcoin here for a second because I want to show you guys why I believe that it's somewhat of a make or break moment into Q4 2025. Because if we are breaking down and like we are below, say, 94,000 by September and we aren't seeing continuation, like let's say we're like down here by September and August and we aren't seeing a curl up to the upside, I'll say, hey guys, like, yeah, there's a good chance that there was a double top for the cycle and we're going to be cooling off for 2026, breaking down for a year into really until 2027. And then I would say, hey guys, guess what? 4-year cycle, tried and true. But until that point comes to that point, I still believe that the 4-year cycle, we should be seeing further upside into Q4 2025, which is in only 3 months, all right? And until we reach that point, I think that the price action is going to be choppy, trappy, but it's going to have the most gains once we can get through this sluggish time frame. Now, guys, if you like this type of content, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Are you bullish on Crowcoin? Do you agree with me? Do you think that the Crow fam and the Kronos holders need to kind of unite and be on each other's side a little bit more? I see a lot of PvP in the trenches. I see a lot of upset investors on crypto Twitter. But let me know in the comments below what you think about that. That's all I got. I think that the Kronos ETFs are going to be bullish. I think we're going to see more and more of those ETFs to send us higher and higher. Got to be patient, guys. That's all I got. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.